Hey and welcome to Throne and Liberty with Aragon. So on your road to endgame, you want to farm, a lot of blue items before you transition to purple. I will make a more detailed video of that just a little bit later. And so one of the best places to get, say, blue boots is actually Spectre's Abyss, because you have a 50% chance to get a set of boots, and then you'll get a trait roll on those boots, and ultimately you'll combine them up to obtain one item with maxed out traits. We'll do that later. I still have some more to farm, but here I show you how you can get through the dungeon super fast. At least if you have a decent damage build, you should easily be able to get to 2000 combat power and copy exactly this once you've hit level 50. Simply check out this video I made a few days ago. But as you can see, I've told my teammates to go and skip the mobs. This fight, you pretty much can just ignore them and go straight to the mini boss. Again, if you have enough damage. My setup and build that I'm using here has significant amount of burst damage, and we can get through this boss in a matter of seconds, and if you have a few teammates, even faster. You just kill her, and then your gateway will open. You can ignore all of the other mobs. Again, I tell them to go to the next. I go to the left here, somebody else goes to the right. Simply pass the enemies, go to the lever, activate it. Again, you need one person on either side doing that. You open both gates, it clears the gas, and then you can go to the second mini boss. Again, we dump all of our burst on him, taking off a significant chunk of his, we get stunned there. Now we'll dump our burst and just absolutely burn him. And as soon as he's gone, we can go straight to the main boss. The gate opens and off you go. You need to keep up with the group if you're doing this, and one person is still, for some reason, in Stoneguard Castle. I guess he's just going to miss out on the entire dungeon run. So activate the boss. Everybody else who's at least in the dungeon is here. Still some mobs going to be catching up to us, but they can't get into the boss room, at least once we activate the boss. And then you just burn him down. So again, let's dump our burst, and it should be fairly straightforward. We have over 8,000 hit points. He barely scratches us, and you can see he's already below half health. We have dumped all of our burst. He's going to start teleporting, a bit annoying, but we can catch him, use our thundercloud bombings, and he's dead. And that's it. The dungeon complete in just over 2 minutes. Claim your rewards and dip. There's no reason to kill a single mob in this dungeon if you weren't aware. That is, though, the level 20 Spectre's Abyss dungeon, which only requires combat power 600. I would recommend finding a group and getting people at least 1,500 to 2,000. Because again, there's literally no reason, guys, if you're level 50 that you aren't already 2,000 combat power. Again, my recommendation is to farm this dungeon for boots. You will also get some weapons, and maybe you can get some rolls on the traits you need in order to max trait your blue weapons along with those boots, and eventually helmets too, I guess. I will later post a more in-depth guide. You want to max trait your blue items before transferring to purple. You will save thousands of lucent by doing so. Just a quick note, yes, you are spending your contract tokens, which you are limited by how much you gain per day. So this method is more for people who don't have a lot of time, like myself. The alternative to get like all of these blue items is to just grind mobs in particularly open world dungeons, as they'll all be able to drop them. But honestly, I've done maybe an hour and never got a single blue drop, so I'm disinclined to invest the time in doing that. But of course, if you have that time, go ahead, save yourself those contract tokens, farm these mobs, and you can get those random drops there. Because it can also be better to save, say, those tokens for dungeons where you need like the epic gear here. I could play these instead. I would also get some blue gear there, but getting a group and completing it as fast can be not as easy. Also, you don't as reliably obtain what you need. Right now, my full focus is on trading my blue gear, so I'm just going with that. And it only costs 120 tokens for the chest versus the tire ones are like 300. But sure, I will eventually need to farm Temple of Slaughter for this crossbow and Cave of Destruction for these daggers. Not that I haven't already done a ton of Cave of Destruction. Pretty sick of that dungeon, to be honest. So once again, thanks for watching. If this was somewhat insightful, consider leaving the video a like. If you're new around here, consider subscribing. We'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.